is planning to use computer assisted audit technique as a substantive procedure and as a compliance procedure. So, how CAT, that is computer assisted audit technique, can be used actually, how it can be used actually for the purpose of audit as a compliance procedure and as a substantive procedure. What are the steps which are involved actually? First of all, when you're using CAT means it's a computer assisted audit technique. It's a digital tool which is available with the auditor, using which he can validate the applications, check the application, check whether the calculations are proper or not, select the sample. So a lot of advantages are there. So first of all, very most important thing by the usage of CAT is the you can verify the calculations. You can always verify the calculations. That's the thing here. So you can reperform the various computations which are being done by the audit software, using this audit software to check that whether the whatever application which you're using actually here, they are as per the required result, like say the audit software. That's the thing here. Okay, for example, say what TDS rates they have applied, is it correct or not? So for the reperformance of various computations, it can be used actually. So you can use a audit software in this regard, and that's the thing actually here. Then second thing, what's the second thing you can check is that you can check the existence of the records. You can identify the fields which has got any zero value, nil value actually. So, for example, there may be an invoice where there may be no vendor name. That's the thing here. So, checking the existence of records. That's the thing here. And the next another important thing using CAT is you can check the data completeness. That's the thing here. So whether all the fields have valid data. Okay, that's the thing here. So whether there is a valid data actually. So that is the thing here. So is it a correct data there? Okay. So for example, there may be some null values actually here. Say example, say date in a field related to date actually, or invoice number, there are say name or value, then in such case immediately it should be triggering. It should give a prompt actually that okay, this information is not there. Okay, so the invoice number, the date, the value, the name, that's the thing actually here. So that is what you have to check. That's the thing here. And also you have to see the data consistency. You have to identify the data which is not consistent with the regular format. Say example, invoices which are not required in the sequence, which are not there in the required sequence. That's the thing here. Then you will also check the duplicate payments. Actually, you have to establish the relationship between two or more tables actually as required. So two or more tables. So you have to see the duplicate payment actually here for the same invoices. Is there any duplicate payment actually? So for the same invoices, you need to check that actually here. So whether any duplicate payments have been done, that's the thing actually here. Okay. Then whether the accounts are exceeding the authorized limits actually here. So you have to identify the data which is beyond specified limit. For example, say transactions entered by the users are beyond the authorized limit. Actually, say his limit will be say 50,000. He can authorize the payment. Beyond 50,000, some other person should authorize. So it is going beyond certain limit. So where he can has entered an amount where it is beyond the authorized limit or payment to a vendor, which is beyond the amount due, or any overdraft which is allowed beyond the limit actually. So those kind of things can be highlighted, can be escalated here by the CAT, that is computer assisted audit technique. That's the thing here. And basically any same invoice as a duplication of payment, again that can be identified actually here using the computer assisted audit technique. That's the thing here. Also, CAT, one of the most important usages to identify any errors. Say example, identify the data which is which contains certain errors actually. Say the account number may not be correct, or the account number may not contain numbers, it may not be numeric in nature. And finally, for identifying any kind of exception, say some exceptional transactions which are based on certain criteria. That's the thing here. Say example, say whether any cash payments have been made, like say beyond, like say cash payments have been made beyond, like say 20%. Actually, BPM said like say 10,000. Say cash payments have been made where is maybe is beyond 10,000. It's not allowed. Income tax does not allow any cash payment beyond 10,000. So these kind of things are highlighted and identified. Okay. I'll see you in the next video.